boys and girls. It's Miss Reynolds with Board Better Off Reading Every Day. Today I have two books for you. I have George's Day Off, and this is written by and illustrated by B.O.R.E.D, illustrated by Vera Pavlova. And the other one is a library book, and it's called A Perfect Day by Sarah Brannon. So two books today. A Perfect Day. In the memory of my perfect mother, Barbara Brannanen. Blue sky, gentle breeze, warm sun, cool feet. It's a perfect day. It's not perfect. What do you mean it's not perfect? I see a cloud. It's a pretty cloud. There's a smelly old boat right over there. I like the boat. This rock is slippery and it's covered with barnacles. Fine, it's not perfect. I'm going to find a better rock. Warm sun, cool feet, no crabs. This is perfect. It's not perfect. Setting sun, cool breeze, blue water, and a friend to share it all with. What a perfect day. It's not perfect. But it's good enough. The end, boys and girls, of A Perfect Day by Sarah S. Brannon. Beautiful book. Especially when you hold it out like this. Look at that. That was one of my 14 library books that I wanted to share with you today. Second book is George's Day Off. And this book is dedicated for George and Albie. This book is written by B.O.R.E.D and illustrated by Vera Pavlova. George's Day Off. A day off school was a dream come true, even when he was in bed with the flu. But with nothing to do and no games to play, what was George going to do today? George was stuck in the house with his dog and cat, waiting for his mum to come back, while Granny, with her soft white hair, was sitting downstairs in her rocking chair. It looked like such a lovely day, and George wanted to go out and play. If he jumped on the bus and went for a ride, would Granny know he was not inside? George grabbed his coat and pulled on his hat, and if he went out now, he could soon come back. As he shut the door, he was very pleased to be going exploring, and then he sneezed. Achoo, achoo. Oh dear, thought George, I've got such a cold, and he felt a bit sad with no hand to hold. He waited for the bus. It was big and red, but then decided to go to the park instead. The playground was empty. There was no one there. It doesn't matter though, George. I don't care. He knew that no one else would come. They were all in school having lots of fun. George went down the slide and sat up on the swing and listened as he heard the church bell ring. He jumped on the train and sat on the boat, feeling snug in his big warm yellow coat. It was so quiet in the playground all alone, he began to think he would just go home. Behind a cloud he could see the sun, but as the sky grew dark, he knew what would come. The clouds closed in. He felt quite cold. George was now not feeling quite so bold. The rain fell fast and bounced off the grass, and George wanted to be at school in Mrs. Mack's class. His head started to hurt, and he wiped his eyes. Then George heaved a big, long sigh. He wished he was tucked up in his bed, not out in the rain with his nose so red. He knew it was wrong to have left the house when he crept out quietly like a small gray mouse. What would Dad say when he got home to find Granny there all alone? He began to think about what he had done, and getting in trouble would be no fun. He headed for home, and he ran so fast, he didn't even notice the people he passed. He passed the door and rushed up the stairs to get under the covers with his teddy bears. When Mom came back, she came to look at George tucked up with his best new book. I saw a boy who looked just like you, said Mom, running down the street in same coat too. He must have been running for a bus or a train, the poor boy soaked from cold, wet rain. So she asked, are you feeling better? No, sniffled George, I'm still under the weather. Never mind, said Mom, I'm sorry to say, you never to stay in bed another day. Oh no, said George, no, no, no. It's the school trip tomorrow and I want to go. Another time, said Mom, you need your rest. One day in bed, I think is best. One more day in bed, I think is best. George sneezed once, then he sneezed once more as Mom stuck her head back around the door. "My poor boy," she said, "you're getting worse. I'll stay at home tomorrow and be your nurse." "Next time," thought George, "I will stay inside. No more playgrounds or going down slide. Next time, I won't leave my poor gran. No running down the road as fast as I can." He wondered if his mother knew that he hadn't been in bed with that he hadn't been in his bed with flu. She didn't seem cross and she didn't say, but he was now stuck in bed for another day. Do you think Mom knew? The end, boys and girls. Do you think his mom knew? George is a mischief, and he is in bed with the flu. He finds it difficult to rest because he likes exploring and having fun. His day off, school isn't quite what it's supposed to be, but does he get away with it? Good question. In the back of this book, it has, can you find these high frequency words in the story? And they have all the words listed. Boys and girls, I chose this book because it reminded me so much of one of my favorite movies, both my daughter and I favorites movies, which is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, about a young man who pretends to be sick to take a day off so he could hang out and explore with his friends. It is a very funny movie if you ever get a chance to see it. At your age, you may not quite understand it, but as you grow up, you will, and it is an extremely funny movie. He pretends to be sick, and all of his classmates hear about it, and they try to find a way to help him. That's where this Save Ferris comes from everybody trying to save him from, not being so sick and, feeling better, because he claimed to be very, very sick. That's why he had to stay home. So they all got together and was trying to do things for him. So, boys and girls, it is Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. It has been my pleasure to bring these two stories with you. One, a borrowed library book, and one of my very own. Both about days, the perfect day as well as a day off. And just like Ferris Bueller, a special day in some way. Every day is different to every person. We spend it differently, we do different things, but at the end of the day, we just want it to be a good day. And today, I have to say, was a good day. Any day that is spent reading to you, to me, is a good day. It has been my pleasure. Miss Reynolds with B.O.R.E.D, Better Off Reading Every Day. And I think I might actually watch this movie again. It was actually that good. Go ahead out there and have yourself a great day. And know that I'm always thinking about you. Hoping you're having a lot of fun and staying safe. Bye.